Hi everyone. I hope you guys are all doing okay after the heavy energies last week. I'm actually taking some time at my parents' house for a couple of days. So that's what this background is. And just kind of needed to come home, I guess, for a couple of days. So they do not have Wi-Fi here. So if you're waiting for a personal reading still, I'm actually working on readings from Wednesday and Thursday of last week. And I will be getting them uploaded, but it may take a while because I'll either have to use the hotspot on my phone or go somewhere to have them uploaded. So I appreciate everybody's patience still on your personal readings. If you're waiting for a personal reading, I am getting to them. And I'm getting them knocked out pretty quickly, but it's going to take a while for me to get them all uploaded as well. So your continued patience is awesome and amazing, and thank you so much. If you have not heard from me and you're waiting for a reading, please contact me and I'll let you know. If the reading is late and you haven't heard from me, please contact me and I'll let you know when you can expect it. Because I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. I have everybody on my schedule. I just want to make sure I've contacted everybody. So if you haven't heard from me, please contact me. All right. So the divine masculine and divine feminine energies this week. If I seem kind of subdued, I was certified in Reiki 1 and 2 yesterday, the energy healing Reiki 1 and 2. And it really grounded me and really like brought my energy into alignment. It brought so many things that I had been holding on to kind of to the surface and let them go. So that was very cool. And it was no coincidence that it happened the day of the Aries new moon, as well as Mercury going direct. So I feel like there was so much within me that really needed to come to the surface and to just really let go of all of it. And it was so awesome to be able to do that. So if I seem a little subdued, that's why. I'm not in a bad mood by any means. My energy is just very calm. And if you ever get a chance to get certified or to learn Reiki, I highly, highly recommend it just for self. You know, you don't even have to do it to heal others, but for self. I'm actually doing it to continue my journey in spiritual healing, but really it's so good. I mean, because really healing yourself first before healing others is you know, a key component to all of this. So the energies that are happening this week, Chiron moves into Aries. We kind of talked about how that's like the wounded healer. It's been in Pisces, where we've really had to get in touch with those emotions. And it was in Pisces for 7 years. So now it's moving into Aries. So now instead of being in touch with those emotions, it's like this power struggle of, you know, who am I going to really let in my space? I'm no longer going to allow these traumas to get me. And then we also have Saturn moving retrograde in Capricorn, which we also talked about last Wednesday during the special reading that I did. And really getting in touch with our karma, good and bad. And that's going to be retrograde until September. So there's going to be this very big time this year to get in touch with where is your karma, good, bad, are you working on it, are you pushing through it, are you forgetting, are you like just being like, nope, I'm just gonna like let it go and get it, you know, forget about it. And then Saturn is just gonna bring it, Saturn retrograde is just gonna bring it right back to you. So definitely some things to think about. The sun moves into Taurus on the 20th. So really grounding, very earthy, moving from this fire sign into this earth sign. And we can, and then, you know, in May, we'll actually have Uranus move into Taurus also. So we'll talk about that later. But I do want to remind everybody, this just popped in my head and I know I'll probably forget, but All of the relationship readings, soulmate twin flame readings on my website, fearlessintuition.net, are on sale through the end of April. So check that out for the next 14 days. So let's get into the reading. Divine Feminine energies for the 16th to the 22nd. 16th to the 22nd for the Divine Feminine energies. 16th. What is it that we need to learn? What is it that we need to know? What is it that we're manifesting? What is it that we manifested with the Aries new moon? Because that's all about new beginnings, manifesting new beginnings, and really pushing forward in them. I love the natural light in here, but I don't know how it's going to look on the camera. That'll be interesting. So we have change your focus. I feel like this is I think this is the Five of Swords in the traditional tarot. So, actually it might be the Five of Wands. Change your focus. So, I don't want us to be confrontational. I don't want the Divine Feminine to be confrontational this week. I feel like there's so many new things that are happening right now that if we are to focus on the confrontation of it all or the fighting of it all, it could turn into, Queen of Cups. It could turn into an emotional mess, right? So let's not do that. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, this is almost your intuition telling you that it's time to stop thinking about all of the conflict that has gone on in the last couple of months with all of these really heavy energies surrounding us. Because we really need to move into a new thought process. There's so many people that just want to quit this journey. And I have to tell you, somebody actually commented on the last video. Very good point. Once you are in this twin flame journey, you're in it. You were in it before you knew you were in it. This was part of your soul contract. You did this. You volunteered. And yes, people can disconnect, but you're never off of the journey. You can disconnect. You can pull yourself back from it, but then it just makes everything that much harder. And that's what the separation stuff is, except sometimes we have to, this is such a controversial topic with people, because sometimes twins have to separate from each other so that they can have their own healing journey. So remember, not only do you have that soul contract with your divine partner, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you call it, I'm not going to tell you what to call it. You have that soul contract with them, but you also have a soul contract individually. What it is that you needed to heal. What are the traumas that you need to heal from? What are the lessons that you're learning? I'm asked a lot, what's the purpose? What is my purpose? Your purpose is all about learning these lessons. You chose lessons to learn for yourself. And you and your twin chose lessons to learn together. And you have to remember that sometimes that separation is necessary without the chasing, without the running, just separating yourself from the whole process and mastering who you are. And that's one of the biggest things that I tell everybody that comes to me for a reading. I tell them that mastering yourself is truly what this journey is all about, right? So we have the High Priestess and we have the Lovers. So being really, really, really tapped into your intuition this week. I feel like the Divine Feminine is really super tapped into her intuition this week. And may not necessarily be letting it known, but it's almost as if there's like this whole if you're not in contact with your twin at all, and there's this big separation, or you're not on speaking terms, I do feel like you guys are meeting up, your higher selves are meeting up in the 5D, in that other dimension. I feel like the Divine Feminine is kind of making a point to send all of her love and light, all of her healing properties to the divine masculine. I do want to say, Two of Pentacles. That's interesting that I said that. I do want to say to not give all of your energy to the divine masculine, you know, because we tend to do that. As the divine feminine, we really want to like give and give and give, like, you know, but what if I do want to but like, what if he does want to hear from me? What if, you know, whoever, he, she, you know, we're not going to get into that because we all know. Right. So, you know, make that decision, like make it that equal balance of give and take. The Two of Pentacles to me is like, you know, do I really want to keep putting all of my energy into this? The Ten of Wands. And I feel like the divine feminine is still kind of in that place of, man, this is just so heavy. Like, what a burden. I don't want this to burden me anymore. So that's where I feel like the changing your focus is. Not burdening you. This is a very 3D burden here, the Ten of Wands. So instead of carrying this heavy load in the 3D and feeling like you have to do certain things or be certain places or, you know, contact that person, change your focus and know that you can still be in contact because, again, we're always connected. Whether you want to be or not, whether you want to be on this journey or not, we're always, always connected with our twin flame. So keep that type of focus in mind and really let yourself get into a higher vibration. Ace of Wands. Get into a high vibration. You know, let this be something, because we talk about how beautiful this journey can be, but it's also so incredibly hard. So let's get back into the beauty of it, of knowing that you are healing from past life traumas, from past traumas in this lifetime, and really focus on yourself. Change your focus away from what your twin is doing, where your twin is, you know, what are they thinking about me, or blah, 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 blah. Your twin's always thinking about you. Even if it's not in like the front of their mind, they're always there. You guys are always with each other. But using your intuition, using your 5D nature, Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is that like grounding in 3D type. Sorry, the channeling's making me burp. Grounding in 3D, and I don't want you to get caught up in, I don't want to do this alone. I just don't want you to get caught up in that. You know? I want it to be because if you have to ground yourself and let yourself know that it's okay, that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, you're really moving yourself forward, you're not really alone in this. And I know it often feels like that, but you're not truly alone in this. So I want to know, let's clarify the Lovers. Oh, there it is. Nine of Cups. Of course. I really, this is like when you are constantly wishing and hoping and praying and, oh my God, like, when is this going to happen? This is that low vibration. Yeah, that looks really pretty together right there. But when we're doing this and it's like, oh, am I ever going to be happy again? Like, when am I going to be happy? When we're in that vibration, we can't get to the Ace of Wands. And that's where I think you dropped the burden. That's where I think there's that decision on, do I keep pushing forward or do I just drop this burden? And I do feel like a lot of divine feminines are changing their focus entirely on what this journey means to them. Not letting it go, not... Wow. I was asking what the decision is, what that burden is, right? Page of Cups and Death. So really a big transition phase happening for the Divine Feminine. No longer begging for that affection. Or, you know, this is, to me, this is like, I'm not going to chase anymore. I feel like that's what this is really saying. I'm not chasing anything anymore. And we have the Seven of Swords and the Moon. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So there's still a lot of worry around how this is going to happen. I want to say there are things that are still needing to be confronted by the Divine Feminine with the Moon and the Seven of Swords. There are still things that need to be confronted. And you kind of need, I mean, like, just walk away from those things about, I feel like there's just a lot of forgiveness that the Divine Feminine needs to give herself too. I'm not sure if that's like a specific case out there, but I do feel like there's somebody out there that kind of needs to forgive themselves for whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. And it's okay. Like, I feel like I need to tell somebody it's okay. If you feel like you've been giving a lot to this and you want to start building something up so you're really, really happy, this is where that high vibration is. Really giving to yourself and building things up in a way that make you shine. You know? Make you really want to shine. Possibly. So, yeah, really go into your intuition and contact your twin on the 5D. I feel like that's going to be a really big opening this week for the Divine Feminine. Really contact your twin in the 5D, for sure. Okay. So let's see what the masculine is up to this week. What is it that the masculine needs to know? What are the lessons that he's learning? Where is he in his journey? Sorry, that was probably really loud. It's very echoey in this room, which is funny because there's so much stuff in here. Win or lose. So there's another 5, and this is the 5 of Swords. If they're feeling, I'm wondering if the masculine is kind of feeling deceived. I feel like there's just this need to just lay things out on the table and be like, I'm done fighting, I'm done arguing, I don't, like, what a mess. I feel like the Divine Masculine is almost saying, like, what a mess. Like, I don't want to do this anymore either. And it's really time to, I wasn't going to pull it out because it didn't come out completely, but the Page of Cups wanted to pop out. Is there an apology that needs to be said from either side? I feel like the Divine Masculine, if you guys aren't in contact with each other, I feel like the Divine Masculine is moving forward into really emotionally fulfilling himself in something. And I don't know if that's, I kind of feel like he's going to take a chance. Like there might, I want to tell the Divine Masculine to take a chance this week. Take a chance this week. If you're feeling like you want to contact, I feel like some Divine Masculines want to contact their feminines. Not all of them. This reading, you know, it will resonate with you or it will not resonate with you. If you comment and say, my Divine Masculine didn't contact me. This isn't for every single person out there, right? Some of them will, some of them won't. The Magician, I do feel like there is this divine timing thing happening. It's like they almost know that they almost know that it's like imperative for them to make something happen. This Magician is really making me feel like the Divine Masculine is almost thinking like, I may need to make that move this week or not at all. It's like now or never kind of thing. It's like a hair driving me crazy there. Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. But I think that there might be this fear that if he does say something or contact his feminine, that it won't be received well. There could be a denial there that it's almost like he's fighting with himself. You know, do I come forward and do I say something? Do I like start this up again? Do I make something happen? Or if I do, it's like this back and forth, you know? Do I make something happen? Because if I don't want this. This is like a fear. The Five of Cups. And it could be regret. This could be a lot of regret for not coming forward, for not changing things, for not making, you know, there's another five. Five of Wands. And it may be that the Divine Masculine wants an apology. Maybe that the Divine Masculine wants an apology. Or wants to give an apology. I feel like there's some kind of regret here, and it's this need to really like fix things, but at the same time not sure if they can or should. What is the Chariot? Yeah, it's like waiting. The Chariot is, it's so funny that what I'm getting here. The Chariot's like, I'm waiting for that right time to do it with the Seven of Pentacles, but I need the Divine Masculine to know that there will be a right time and place to do it, to contact the feminine. If you're a Divine Masculine and you're watching this and you've separated from your Divine Feminine and she's backed off and she's no longer chasing you or whatever, I want you to know that you'll know the right time. If you're waiting to contact because you know that you need to eventually, or not, the right time will come. You're going to be able to feel that. It's almost like the universe is going to give you a sign, but I feel like, I think at this point, it's almost like the roles are being swapped in a way, you know? It's like the Divine Feminine really are working on themselves and needing and knowing that they need to do that and still staying in contact with their masculine. But at the same time, they're like, I'm not going to do that chaser runner mentality thing, like whatever, you know? It's not going to happen. They're still up in their emotions as the Divine Feminines are. Divine Feminines are all about emotions and nurturing and fertility. But the Divine Masculine is doing his logical game where I got to wait for the right time. I got to wait for the right time. When is the right time to do this? I feel like this is going to be a gift from the universe. I feel like there's going to be a sign or a gift given to you. Masculines. To just like reach out and know that it's the right time to do it. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. And it's going to be that's very interesting. It's going to be a very 3D type gift. Like literally there will be something in your world that happens that will be like the universe saying, yeah, it's time to contact them. And either you're apologizing or they're apologizing. And maybe this is that, maybe the Divine Feminine goes to you and apologizes for something or contacts you. But it's time to manifest that. This is Aries. This is that new moon in Aries. The Fool on the Magician. That is like Mercury going direct. It's a new moon in Aries. It's really like time to have some faith in yourself and manifest new beginnings and push yourself forward and actually push yourself forward. Because I feel like that a lot of Divine Masculine have just kind of been waiting for the universe to get involved. And now the universe is saying, okay, well, I've done a lot of work. It's time for you to do some work too. So we can all just keep moving forward. Two of Swords. What is this Two of Swords? Two of Swords. What is the denial? Yeah, it's time to confront some things. The Moon. It's time to confront some things. It's time to know that we don't have to necessarily fight so much about things anymore. Like, why? It's so funny because one of my favorite readers on here, she is a Virgo with a Libra rising, Jane International. I don't know if anybody's ever watched her, but she said something very, very poignant in, I believe it was the Virgo reading, and for May, that I'm a Virgo with a Libra rising. I'm the person where, why can't we all just get along? Like, why is it that we have to fight so much? Why is it that we have to stay in situations where we're not happy? Why can't we just move forward and then there's that Sagittarius mood of mine where it's like, why can't we just move forward and progress and like be amazing people and all get along? Like, I have a hard time watching the news because why can't we all just get along? I don't understand it. And that's what I think is one of the hardest things on this journey for me, is like, why be in a position or a situation where you're unhappy? You know, because no one's ever really truly stuck. I've become unstuck from many situations when, like, I wasn't ready to get divorced. I wasn't ready to, like, leave my home, but I did to better my future, and it was not easy. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for my exes, but I still did. It wasn't easy for my kids, right? So let me get back to the cards. The Five of Cups. If it's time to confront some things that you've been grappling with and wondering, like, why can't we just get along? Like, can't we just get along on this journey? And if you're feeling a little regretful from things that happened, whether it was your fault or their fault, doesn't really matter at this point. It's really time to start fresh. That's what the Fool is all about, and the Magician. Start fresh. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Hanged Man. I'm not ready yet. So if you're still not feeling ready, masculine, by the end of the week, and if you're the Divine Feminine watching and you're like, oh yes, new beginnings, well, they still might be in the Hanged Man state. I do want you to change your perspective, though. If you're a masculine watching this, change your perspective. Don't look at things so logically. Be a little bit more emotional about it. Maybe get in touch with your feminine side a little. Maybe rewatch the Divine Feminine part of this and see how they're getting in touch with their masculine side. Because truly, the whole point of this journey is mastering yourself. I don't know how many times I need to say it. It is about all of us being in union with each other. Yes, you are supposed to be with your twin flame eventually. Like, that is the purpose, right? But it's also all about, sorry, this is a very old table and it shakes like if I barely touch it. It's also all about really mastering who you are and who you can be. And knowing that you healing and you having a high vibration is actually helping your twin, whether you're in contact or not, whether you know who it is or not, whether you have been in separation for years or days or a week or whatever. Raising your vibration and mastering yourself and really healing your traumas and healing all of those and learning the things that, you know, if you don't learn your lessons, it's not time yet. It's all about divine timing, and you can't make divine timing happen, you know, and you can't make your soul contracts change like that. But I do feel like there are going to be some very real signs for the masculine this week to move forward, to push forward, to have new beginnings. And it's almost like he's been manifesting this for quite some time. So he's really confronting himself, and possibly still may not be, possibly still maybe not be ready by the end of the week. Hanged Man. But know that the journey is ongoing and he's still learning. If you're a feminine watching this and you're wondering where your divine masculine is, he is on his journey and he's learning and he's emotionally fulfilling himself, and he's really, I feel like there's a lot of gifts that the universe is trying to give him, and I'm hoping he's not fighting them, but I do feel like he's biding his time almost for some things. All right, guys. So again, if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, check out the InstantGo app. That link is below. Also, thank you so much for the donations. The donations do keep the channel going on YouTube. I know that I've been behind on readings because of being sick and such, but also personal readings come first because I get paid for them. So if you would like to donate to the channel to keep the videos coming, because everything I put out there on YouTube is free, that link is also below. And all of the relationship soulmate readings on my website, fearlessintuition.net, they are on sale through April 30th. So have a really wonderful week. I will see you guys for general readings and next week. Bye.